Formulate a research problem understanding the fundamentals of research. This introductory course will explore the basic aspects in research used in the scientific field to understand and extend our knowledge about research problem. Learning outcomes. By the end of this module, students will be able to 1. Explain when to write a research problem. 2. Identify what needs to be included in the research problem. 3. Interpret the way how to select the research problem. 4. Describe the techniques in defining the research problem. When is a research problem written by the researcher? First, when the researchers clearly focus on the scope of the study. A research problem should be written at the beginning of a research project to establish the specific focus and scope of the research. It helps to clearly outline the main objective and direction of the research. Second, when the researchers clearly address a gap in the existing literature review. Researchers conduct a comprehensive review of the existing literature related to their research topic. During this process, they critically evaluate the available studies, theories, and findings to identify areas where knowledge is lacking or incomplete. Third, when the researchers identify a specific issue or problem. Researchers may identify a specific issue or problem through their observations in their field of study. These observations could involve patterns or trends that need further investigation. Fourth, when the researchers have conducted sufficient research background and literature review, researchers may evaluate the collected literature to assess existing knowledge, theories, methodologies, and findings in assessing the quality and credibility of information. Finally, a research problem is written before data collection or analysis is conducted. The written research problem enables researchers to determine the type of analysis techniques or statistical methods that will be employed to derive meaningful insights from the collected data. There are several elements that need to be included in a research problem. First, research topic. The general area of interest provides the research context by specifying the broad subject or topic to which the study pertains, such as marketing, business, and sports management. Second, the specific problem addressed in a study is. The problem statement identifies the central issue or problem that the research project aims to investigate and highlights the gap in the existing literature. Thirdly, the significance of the research problem. The discussion highlights the relevance and importance of the problem in the chosen field or discipline. It explains why the problem is worth studying and how addressing it can lead to valuable insights and improvements in theory and practice. Fourth, research objectives. The objectives are formulated in a specific manner to clearly define what the research project seeks to accomplish. It is concise, well-defined, and able to be quantified or evaluated using observable indicators or criteria. Finally, scope of research. The description includes information about the target population or participants that the research project will focus on. This involves defining the characteristics, demographics, or specific criteria that individuals or groups need to meet in order to be included in the study, such as gender. Certain aspects need to be considered when selecting a research problem. First, interest. As a researcher, it is crucial to have a strong interest and motivation in the selected research problem to ensure sustained engagement and dedication. Second, magnitude. Selecting a topic that can be effectively managed with the time and resources available is of utmost importance. It is necessary to narrow down the topic to something that is manageable, specific, and easily comprehensible, e.g., physical activity among university students. Third, measurement of concepts. As a researcher, you need to ensure that you possess a clear comprehension of the indicators and concepts of measurement employed in your study, e.g., research instruments and data collection. Fourth, level of expertise. As a researcher, it is important to have the necessary expertise to undertake the proposed task independently, e.g., enough information on the proposed topic or method. Fifth, relevance. As a researcher, you need to ensure that your study contributes to existing knowledge, fills gaps, and provides valuable policy information. Sixth, availability of data. As a researcher, you need to verify the accessibility of relevant data before finalizing the topic, for example, secondary data obtained through a literature review. Finally, ethical issues. As a researcher, you need to consider the ethical issues that can affect your studies, such as sample selection and topic selection. There are several techniques for defining a research problem. First, a statement of the problem in a general way. First of all, the problem should be stated in a broad, general way, keeping in mind either some practical concern or some scientific or intellectual interest. For this purpose, the researcher must immerse himself thoroughly in the subject matter concerning which he wishes to pose a problem. The problem stated in a broad, general way may contain various ambiguities that must be resolved by cool thinking and rethinking the problem. At the same time, the feasibility of a particular solution has to be considered, and the same should be kept in mind while stating the problem. Second, understanding the nature of the problem. The next step in defining the problem is to understand its origin and nature clearly. The best way to understand the problem is to discuss it with those who first raised it in order to find out how it originally came about and with what objectives in mind. If the researcher has stated the problem himself, he should consider once again all those points that induced him to make a general statement concerning the problem. For a better understanding of the nature of the problem involved, he can enter into discussion with those who have a good knowledge of the problem concerned or similar problems. The researcher should also keep in mind the environment within which the problem is to be studied and understood. Third, surveying the available literature. To define the research problem, it is important for the researcher to thoroughly examine existing literature and gain a good understanding of relevant theories, reports, and records. This process helps to identify the data and resources that are available, which in turn helps to narrow down the problem and decide on appropriate research methods. Additionally, studying related problems provides valuable insights into potential challenges, limitations in analysis, and potentially new approaches to tackle the current problem. Finally, rephrasing the research problem. Once the researcher has a clear understanding of the problem, defined the research environment, had discussions, and surveyed the literature, the next step is to rephrase the problem into a practical proposition. This means expressing the problem in specific terms to make it suitable for study and to facilitate the formulation of working hypotheses. Thank you.